It's time to get real with Eddie, here to help you understand the changing real estate market and meet your real estate goals. Over 19 years in the business. 2018 Realtor of the Year of Three Rivers. Past president of the Three Rivers Association of Realtors. Past director at Illinois Realtors and team lead of the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner. Here's Eddie Ruettiger.
Hey, that's me.
That is you.
Ha ha! Can we get the rain to stop?
Please.
I know we need the water, but just a week. I feel like a Moses lately. Honestly.
It has been annoying. And you know what? We're trying to get the pool open and all that, and I need to get out there and get that patio cleaned and scrubbed, and yeah.
Just not.
It's not cooperating.
And if correct, I don't know a lot about pool maintenance. But when it rains, does that throw off the pH levels, especially at the beginning?
Not as bad as you might think.
Okay.
Although we're still covered.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So we're having to pump the water's up. We raised the water level. We got the pump started. Everything over the weekend.
Okay.
So now we're having to pump water off the top of the pool to keep it,
Okay, because you're getting too much water in the pool.
Right. Now we're getting too much water.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it saves on the water bill for filling the pool, I guess.
No, because
you already
it was
filled
still
it.
covered.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Yeah, it was still, yeah.
All right. Didn't do any good.
This weekend we'll pull the cover off because it's supposed to be nice, knock on wood.
And as you knock on your head.
As I knock on my head, because it is wood, so.
It's like my new t-shirt, by the way.
I didn't see it.
It says, I'm old-fashioned with an old-fashioned on it.
Nice.
I love this. I'm sorry. All right. Let's talk some real estate. Enough the jibber-jabber.
Tequila shop?
What?
I said, do I get the tequila shot t-shirt?
No, you can have the t-shirt, but I know you on tequila. That's never a good move.
Oh, it's always a good move.
Uh-huh, yeah. I've been told otherwise.
No, it's fine. I'm fine.
I heard the stories about your twin that were floating around New Orleans.
The twin?
Yes.
Oh, you mean in Mexico?
Oh, Mexico. That's right, Mexico. Sorry.
Well, that's a whole different.
That's a whole different story.
That's a whole
later
different story.
day.
Who told you that story?
You told me that story.
Oh, did I?
Uh-huh.
I thought maybe somebody else told you.
Producer price index for April came out early this morning. PPI rose 0.5% in April. We're hoping for a 0.2. Seasonally adjusted, the labor statistics reported today. Final demand prices declined 0.1% in March and advanced 0.6% in February. So there was some back adjusting. That's always done. But overall, final demand moved up 2.2% on the producer price index for 12 months, hitting right, I think, at guidelines. They were hoping for a 2.2. At least Wall Street was. The largest rise, 2.3% for 12 months, ended in April of 2023. So, don't know what that's going to do with rates. We'll talk about that later on in the show on the rate aspect and going from there. Tip for younger buyers: how to make your dream a reality. So, what would be some tips before we get into this that you would give? My number one tip is know what your must-haves are. Know what the deal breakers are.
Yeah, know what your must-haves are, know what your deal breakers are. I call that two different things.
Yeah, I mean, I could see how it could be two different things. I mean, but like if you have to have a fence, that's one thing. But can you put a fence up? So that's the question.
Well, a deal breaker to me would be like no more than 40 minutes from work, let's say.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a deal breaker.
That's a deal breaker.
Yeah, that's a must-have. At the same time, you have to be within that distance.
Yeah. Another deal breaker might be, you're really worried about heavy traffic in front of your house.
Yep. I don't know.
So that's a deal breaker. I mean, you want to be on a side street. Maybe you got little kids or a puppy or something, and you don't
want heavy traffic.
Right. You don't want heavy traffic. Or you're a day sleeper. Maybe you work mids.
Yeah.
And it's too noisy.
That's true.
I mean, there's a lot of reasons to but that would be a deal breaker to me.
So the first tip, explore your options for down payment. There are over 2,000 down payment assistance programs designed to make homeownership more achievable, and that is not the only place you may be able to get help handed. While it may not be an option for everyone, 49% of Gen Z homebuyers got money from loved ones.
I was going to say gifted.
Yes, that they used towards a down payment according to Lending Tree. 20% down is not a requirement when you're trying to buy a house. Keep that in mind.
Right.
You don't have to go with that 20% down.
Yep.
Second tip, live with loved ones to boost your savings. Another number of Gen Z buyers are ditching rentals and moving back with family or friends. They can help cut down on your housing costs, and you can build up your savings per Bankrate. Bankrate explains many have opted to stop renting and live with family in order to boost their savings. 30% of Gen Z home buyers move directly from their family member's home to a home of their own, according to NAR.
Yeah, I've seen it a lot.
I'm seeing it a lot too.
I've seen it a lot.
And
it's, you know what? If it's agreeable to all parties, it's a smart move to make. Maybe you just pay a little bit of rent. Maybe you don't pay any rent.
Well, and you know what? Here's another thing.
And you just sock it away. Don't go buying goofy stuff you don't need just because you got some money in your pocket. Save it.
Here's the thing I want to point out too. It says they're ditching rental and moving back in with family or friends. Now, family's one thing, okay? If you move in mom and dad may charge some rent, may not charge anything. Who knows? All right? But if you're moving in with friends, you guys are probably splitting the rent.
Yeah, but it's far cheaper to split the rent 3 ways or 4 ways or even in half.
That's what my generation did. That's what we did.
That's what my generation did too.
This whole idea that I should be able to move out and just start renting a place on my own, we never thought that. We were always looking for roommates. Hey, do you want to live? Hey. I mean, I had a good 3 roommates in my lifetime.
Yeah.
And this is not counting college years. Actually, I didn't have a roommate when I went to college. I got a dorm all to myself. I don't know how I pulled that off, but I did. They tried to come back and charge me for it, and I said no. I didn't request a dorm to myself. You put me in a dorm to myself. I'm not paying for that. They took it off the bill because they knew I had no argument. They had no argument.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I lived in the dorms 1 year and then lived off campus, but I had roommates.
Yeah. I mean, that's a big thing that's starting to change. There was this idea that, I'm going to get my own place, and you were going to rent it all by yourself. First off, it's not really that much fun being on. I had some great times with my roommates.
I don't know. I had some good times in college, not gonna lie. That age?
Yeah, but you had roommates, right?
Not always.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. I enjoyed having roommates. I had some really awesome roommates.
I had some good roommates. I've had some bad roommates.
I had one out of the 3 was a bad. So
I've always preferred to live by myself.
And she wasn't bad. And when I say she, no, we were not dating at all. Not at all.
Oh, I lived in a house full of dudes.
Yeah.
It was one of my best times ever.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. In college.
Cast a broader net for your search. And this was going to be my other tip. Look farther out than you were. You're looking at a school district, okay, maybe look at a couple other school districts. Maybe look next to the school district. Maybe look, would private school be an offset to the school district, because maybe over here the cost is that much cheaper and the savings, you could afford private school. So there are options that you got to look at.
Look outside the box.
Yeah, look at bigger net, bigger aspects. Bright MLS explains being flexible on types of homes, condo or townhouse versus a single family home. That's another aspect of it. I didn't even think about, I've thought about it and I've explained it to clients, but not here. I wasn't thinking. that, look at a single or a townhouse or a condo or a duplex instead of single family. And explore more affordable neighborhoods is important for first-time home buyers.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's huge.
All of the above.
All of the above. Take a closer look at your wants and needs. Hey, we already kind of covered that.
Yep.
Chase says, an open-mind approach to house hunting may be one of the way for Gen Z homebuyers to maintain some edge. This could mean buying in areas that are less expensive, differentiating. Thank you. I could not say that word today. Needs versus wants may help in this area as well.
Yeah. Just understand that your first house isn't necessarily going to be your dream house.
So here's the big thing I'm taking out of this article. Did you notice? They're talking all about Gen Zs now. The Gen Z buyer has gotten to the marketplace.
Yeah.
Especially with this graduating class coming out of college this year. We're going to have more Gen Zs starting in the market now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't see them looking on taking on rent as the millennials did.
Well, the millennials went through a real weird situation because of the big. I mean, they got hit.
They did get hit. I'm not
They
arguing.
got hit.
Yep.
So they were not a traditional
Nope.
graduate, leave the house, that.
No, because there was no job to get.
Right,
They
exactly.
when a lot of them were graduating, it was the Great Recession.
Right.
There was no jobs. So what is your motivation? Thinking of selling your house? As your decision, consider what's pushing you to think about moving. A recent survey from Realtor.com looked into why people want to sell their home this year. Here are the top 2 reasons. Number 1, 24.4%, to make a profit. Okay. Number 2, 23.7%, for family reasons. I don't understand what the make a profit.
Yeah, you're sitting on that profit, so you want that profit in your hands to do what? You can always borrow against it.
Yep.
And
Yep.
you don't have to move.
Yep. To make a profit, Adam, a property data provider, explains home sellers made a $121,000 profit on the typical sale in 2023, generating a 56.5% return on investment. Okay. If you're thinking about selling your house, you probably have a lot of questions on mine. Here's some good news. There is profit in your house. Well, yeah, there's profit in your
It's
house.
called equity. And we have year over year for the last several years
Talked about it.
talked about it.
But what are you going to use that equity for?
Exactly.
You still have to have a residence. Are you going to sell it for profit and then go rent? That makes no sense.
Because now you're throwing all your profit away.
Yeah, exactly. You're better off doing one of 2 things. The first off is look at a home equity line.
Right.
If you need to take that money out, and good reasons to take the money out: starting a business, all right, paying off high interest debt, putting someone through school.
Yeah.
These are positive things.
Yeah, that's a return on your investment.
Yes. Bad: buying a new car, buying a new truck, buying a boat, buying a
Depreciating assets of any kind.
yeah.
Going on trips.
Now, there is another aspect to this I want to point out, because we were just having conversations with a lender. It was Scott from Fairway, right? Fairway.
Oh, yeah. Good guy.
The loan for the reverse mortgage aspect.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are someone that's over retirement age and you're having a cash flow situation, you don't need to sell your house necessarily. You can look at a reverse mortgage. That could put some cash flow back into your pocket.
And back in the day, reverse mortgages were sketchy. But nowadays they've made great improvements. They have laws now. They have all kinds of things that reverse mortgages are really a nice.
They were amortizing the loans that the average person would live to be like 80, 90 years old. Well, guess what? The average person does live to be 80 or 90 years old. So now you turn around and you were taking a $200 monthly payment on against that. All right, which means, so instead of me paying a house payment, I'm actually getting a $200 check every month. So now I have no housing costs, and I'm getting a $200 check.
Yep.
Okay, so there was a move of insurance claims because they were all insured because these houses were upside down and they had to do a short sale. Now, I think they amortize it out to you living to be like 125. Still possible, just not probable.
Right.
And that was one of the safety factors that came into play with these reverse mortgages. So it's not just a home equity line. If you're of that age, consider a reverse mortgage. If you've got questions, give us a call. They can help you with cash flow. They can help you with your everyday bills.
Yeah.
So
they can help you if you really want to stay in your home. They can help you. That money can help you take care of your home and make it more livable. Maybe replacing a tub into a walk-in shower, let's say, so that it's easier to age in place. So, I mean, there's a lot of good reasons to use a reverse mortgage.
Yeah, the National Association of Realtors says a great real estate agent will guide you through the home search with an unbiased eye, helping you meet your buying objectives while staying within your budget. And this comes into play with, trying to move closer to family or for family reasons. That's why you're selling your house. So definitely some interesting facts, interesting things there. I want to hit numbers on Shanahan before the break. So we're still looking at...
Clickbait. Wow. Look at that.
March numbers. We're still in March because we haven't gotten April numbers. They're coming out, I think, in the next day or two. So hopefully we'll get March or May numbers. I don't know if we'll have them by next week. I'm hoping we do, but probably not. Median sales price is up 4.4% from last year, month over month, $368,000 on the median. The average is up 3.2%, $365,787. Percentage of a list price received was 102.3. This is all on the single family side. Average market time was 44 days with 30 units available in inventory, zero change on inventory. New listings are up 100%, 28 new homes.
That's what struck me, I guess, in a really positive way.
But
it's only 28, but it's a move in the right direction.
But here's the fling. Closed sales were up 112.5%.
It kind of defeated the purpose.
So you get 28 units come on the market and 17 closed.
Yeah.
16 went under contract.
Yeah. Leaves you with 30 units again.
So, which is you're just completely
But at
stale.
least it's not negative. We're moving.
The total inventory of homes actually was down 2.6%. So when you look at total inventory of homes, it's down 2.6%. We're not moving in the right direction.
But can you imagine if it was only 20 homes? I mean, I'll take anything I can get, okay? I'll make it a positive.
Yep. New listings on attached. 4 new listings came in on the attached, no change there. Under contracts are down, only 4 went under contract versus 5, so it's 20% down. Closed sales are 50% down. We sold 1 versus 2 last year. So there's your clickbait numbers. Median sales price, right. $275 on a condo, duplex, or townhome, down 13.5%. That's because that 1 unit sold for $275. So no, you're really not down. You're just depending on where that property sold at. Percentage of list price received, 96.5% of asking price they got on that one unit. We all knew the stats of that one single unit. They did not get full price on that. Average market time was 120 days of that unit. And there are 8 units available in inventory at the end of the month.
Yeah, so if you hop over to trailing 12, you see that median price on that attached was $310 with an average of $315. So that tells me that $275,000 unit that took 120 days to sell was a little in need.
Just a little in need, yes. All right, let's take a quick break. When we get back from the break, the perks of buying over renting.
Eddie Ruettiger, a licensed and experienced realtor with 22 years of success in the industry, is the team lead of the Ruettiger Group, associated with Baird Warner. Eddie has assisted innumerable residents of the area in making informed decisions regarding real estate matters. What sets Eddie and his team apart is their personalized approach that prioritizes your needs. They empower you with the right tools, information, and guidance to make the best decisions for you and your family. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in a property, Eddie provides you with the insights and resources to make a sound decision. At the Ruettiger Group, you are always in charge, and your needs are paramount. Eddie's team believes in educating their clients and helping them navigate the complex real estate landscape with ease. So, if you're in need of a reliable, experienced, and trustworthy real estate partner, look no further than Eddie Ruettiger and the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner. Find out more by calling Eddie at 815-823-5478. That's 815-823-LIST or visit yourdwellings.com.
It's Eddie Ruettiger from the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner and Get Real with Eddie. I want to bring to your attention the Herbert Trackman Planetarium at Joliet Junior College. My son loves this. They offer free shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. It's perfect for stargazers. The show provides excellent astronomical instruction and entertainment for no charge. That's right, it is free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. The planetarium features a 30-foot diameter dome, a new OmniStar digital planetarium projector. During the shows, you can enjoy sky tours using the projector and PowerPoint presentations covering a wide range of astronomical topics. For more information, please visit jjc.edu/planetarium. And for you educators out there, they are open for field trip bookings. So go to jjc.edu/planetarium.
Consider joining the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner as a realtor. We offer a supportive and collaborative environment for our members and are currently expanding our team. Our focus is on training and education to ensure that our members are equipped with the knowledge and skills necessary to serve their clients successfully. At the Ruettiger Group, we are committed to helping our members develop both professionally and personally. Our ultimate goal is to support our members in achieving their goals and making a positive impact in the real estate industry and in the lives of their clients. Our founder, Eddie, believes in teaching members how to serve their clients, family, and community, rather than just generating a commission for the brokerage. He emphasizes the importance of being capable of going out on your own and receiving an amazing return on your value. To learn more about becoming a part of our team, please contact Eddie at the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner. Call Eddie at 815-823-5478. Again, 815-823-5478.
A premier real estate professional, Eddie Ruettiger of the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner.
Buying or buying over renting? That
Is the question.
is the question.
Whether it is nobler in the mind. Oh, never mind. Little Shakespeare.
Little Shakespeare. Thinking about buying a home while today's mortgage rates might seem a bit intimidating, here are 2 solid reasons why, if you are ready and able, it could still be a smarter move to get your own place. Number 1, home values are still going up.
Yes, they are. They are still going up.
Price appreciation over the last 60 years. So if I bought a house in 1963 for, we're going to say, $45,000.
It's too bad it wasn't 1962. That was a better year than 63. Just saying.
Wonder why. Speaking of, it's birthday month, right?
Yeah. I'm surprised you haven't brought it up.
I just did.
Just a reminder.
About $45,000 in 1963. And 60 years from there, it would have been now worth close to $475,000.
Yeah.
That's some appreciation.
That's some serious appreciation.
60 years and you have not once, twice, 10x your value?
Well, and 30 years of that, you're not even making a mortgage payment. Let's say you pay off your mortgage, you bought in 63, you have a 30-year fixed. That means 30 extra years you're not making a mortgage payment.
So true. That is so true. I didn't even think about that. You are not making a mortgage payment. That is...
So how much money are you really making?
Wow.
Just saying.
That is why you buy over renting. The second aspect... Oh, wait, we have a quote. Urban Institute. Homeownership is critical for wealth building and financial stability. That was a pretty in-depth quote there, I'm just saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Glad they chipped in.
But it's true. It's true.
So,
most people build their wealth. Most families in the U.S. build their familial wealth
through property.
Through property.
Yep. According to iProperty data, rental prices have been going up consistently for the last 60 years.
Yeah, so take it back to that
1960.
They went back to 60. Again, not as good a year as 62. But
look at that. In 1960, your rent was probably $75, it looks like, based on that.
Yeah.
Maybe $100.
You had a real fancy place. We call it $100.
2023, I want to know where they're getting this median rent, because I think this is low. Who is this by?
Well, median rent in the United States, so non-suburbia.
I understand. Yeah,
you got a lot of...
They got it just under $1,200, $1,100 a month.
I don't know where that's at, but yeah.
It is. I don't know. I have nothing around here for $1,100 a month. Maybe a one bedroom.
To get off the subject, but not get off the subject, I just read an article this morning about a lady that was discovered. She was living inside the big sign. Did you see that?
A Fairway. I think it was Fairway, or no,
it was some other
grocery store.
Yeah, like a grocery store.
For a year.
Over a year.
Yeah.
She had vinyl flooring and stuff in it. She had a little computer desk and space. She was living inside the sign. Mm-hmm. On the roof of this building.
Yeah.
Kudos.
They came in and said, you have to leave. You're trespassing.
Yeah, I have to go now.
But
hey.
I'm calling for a zoning change and allowing the company to rent out the space above the sign.
She had 8-foot ceilings in that monster.
She was quite happy.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet you she'd spend a couple $100 a month to rent out the space.
I think, I don't know that she had money. That's pretty much true. Why she was there.
Why she was there.
Still, kudos to her for thinking outside the box.
Dr. Jessica Lutz, Deputy Chief Economist and VP of Research and at the National Association of Realtors, says if a home buyer is financially stable, able to manage monthly mortgage costs, and can handle the associated household maintenance expenses, then it makes sense to purchase a home.
Yes. Again, why are you paying somebody else's mortgage and letting them gain the equity off of your money?
More data came out. Actually, I think this is the same data came out, just grafted, that the builders are building smaller properties. Since 2002, we have seen the square footage Yeah, since 2002, first quarter, the square footage has started to go down on these built new construction. I have not seen smaller builds. I know there supposedly is a plan for a lot of builders in the area to start building some smaller footprints, but I haven't seen it.
I want to see the footprints that are going in Oswego, because there is so much new build off of Wolf and like Douglas out in there. That's all going to be new build. You should see the diggers out there and the earth movers that are pushing around. It is hot and happening out there.
Plainfield on the west end of downtown past on 126 also by Drouden Road. There's a lot of diggers out there. They're getting things started.
Yeah.
And the other thing we're starting to see too, these are actually new neighborhoods. I mean, we're not seeing them finishing off neighborhoods from the Great Recession anymore.
No, these are brand new neighborhoods.
Yeah, and a lot, there's still a couple neighborhoods that were started that are kind of just sitting there like empty streets. I can think of one at Caton Farm and County Line over that way.
Oh, yeah.
They're,
I know where you're talking about.
But I don't think you can, I think it would cost more because I think you'd have to dig up all the streets and the sewers because nothing's been maintained. And you'd have to start from scratch.
You'd have to trash it and go from scratch.
You'd have to start from scratch. But there's supposedly a lot of the newer stuff coming into the Plainfield area that is supposed to be a little bit smaller. So more than a third, 38% of builders say they built smaller homes in 2023, and more than a quarter, 2026, plan to construct even smaller homes this year. So it's only a quarter constructing smaller homes this year. So it's really, I don't think it's really heading that trend that they're making.
Yeah. If it continued to be 38% or 40%, now it's dropped down to a quarter.
A quarter?
That's not a big offering.
So there's less upfront cost obtaining for a smaller, more budget-friendly house means that you don't have to save as much for a down payment and upfront cost of owning a home. Some builders are also offering incentives like mortgage rate buy-downs to make it more affordable. We've talked about that multiple times. That is the one thing you want to look at when it comes to new construction, is the builders and these buy-downs.
Yeah.
You really can get an interest rate under 6%.
Yeah. I mean.
And here's the thing. We're going to talk about rates in the next block, but I don't see rates going under 6. It'll get close.
Not anytime soon.
No, not anytime soon. So if you can go to a new builder and get something for 4.5, 5, 5.5, or even 5.75.
Yeah, run, don't walk.
Yeah.
And really, you've got to do the math and look at, okay, yeah, new homes that cost more, but that interest rate is offsetting that cost. So you got to find that sweet spot, but it's a viable option.
It is a viable option. It really is. So you like you said, you got to find the sweet spot. All right.
Speaking of sweet spots,
coming soon to a theater near you. 1599 Victoria Park Circle in Aurora. This is in Hometown Subdivision. This is a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath. Here's the question. I call them duplexes. Some people mark them as a single-family house. Well,
are they attached?
By the garage only. There is an attachment, so I think they're a duplex, personally.
They are technically a duplex.
That's what I say. So,
and some people list them as
single
detached.
family. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I fought that with my daughter's, because my daughter's is attached at the garage.
Yep. And so I say it's a duplex because it's only attached once. But that's what these are. The house, there is no common walls on the house itself, folks.
There's even gangways between the houses. It's just the garages are attached.
Garages are attached, which shuts off one of the gangways.
Right.
So you can't go all the way through there. But this is a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath townhouse style in a desirable hometown neighborhood. You have a 2-car garage. You have a small fenced-in yard. You know, the nice thing about this one is you have this huge common area in front of the place. Mm-hmm. So it's just because Victoria Park has this big common area, like an extra front yard that's right there. Yeah. So it's definitely a great. And
neighbors gather in it. My daughter has the same setup, very similar setup.
Yeah.
And they even have fire pits that are out there that were built out there for this particular purpose.
But that's in a different neighborhood. That's not this.
Right. They don't do that. But I mean, they do all that stuff out there. It's really cool. Now maybe they would let people have fire pits.
And here's the aspect. This is 1,160 square feet. It's coming to the market for $215,000. I think that is a steal of a deal.
It is. It really is.
You're looking at $215,000. That is a steal of a deal. So this should be up by the end of this week. Look for an open house probably on Saturday.
And when was it built?
I'd have to go back and look. I don't have all the information on it yet because we go live this week. Okay. So
I wasn't sure if you just knew in your head.
No, not off the top of my head.
But it's new. It's in the last 20 years, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I want to say it was 2003. Okay. It was probably built. It was built right before the Great Recession. Because I did a couple short sales and I showed a couple of these during the recession. I've been in this neighborhood a lot.
Oh, okay.
So I was
going to say most of the builds in that general area are a little bit newer.
Yeah. So
if you go further north, it's old Aurora, but yeah.
All right, let's hit the break. And what is going on with mortgage rates when we get back?
Man, what's going on?
Consider joining the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner as a realtor. We offer a supportive and collaborative environment for our members and are currently expanding our team. Our focus is on training and education to ensure that our members are equipped with the knowledge and skills necessary to serve their clients successfully. At the Ruettiger Group, we are committed to helping our members develop both professionally and personally. Our ultimate goal is to support our members in achieving their goals and making a positive impact in the real estate industry and in the lives of their clients. Our founder, Eddie, believes in teaching members how to serve their clients, family, and community, rather than just generating a commission for the brokerage. He emphasizes the importance of being capable of going out on your own and receiving an amazing return on your value. To learn more about becoming a part of our team, please contact Eddie at the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner. Call Eddie at 815-823-5478. Again, 815-823-5478.
It's Eddie Ruettiger from the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner and Get Real with Eddie. I want to bring to your attention the Herbert Trackman Planetarium at Joliet Junior College. My son loves this. They offer free shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. It's perfect for stargazers. The show provides excellent astronomical instruction and entertainment for no charge. That's right, it is free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. The planetarium features a 30-foot diameter dome, a new OmniStar digital planetarium projector. During the shows, you can enjoy sky tours using the projector and PowerPoint presentations covering a wide range of astronomical topics. For more information, please visit jjc.edu/planetarium. And for you educators out there, they are open for field trip bookings. So go to jjc.edu/planetarium.
Eddie Ruettiger, a licensed and experienced realtor with 22 years of success in the industry, is the team lead of the Ruettiger Group, associated with Baird Warner. Eddie has assisted innumerable residents of the area in making informed decisions regarding real estate matters. What sets Eddie and his team apart is their personalized approach that prioritizes your needs. They empower you with the right tools, information, and guidance to make the best decisions for you and your family. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in a property, property, Eddie provides you with the insights and resources to make a sound decision. At the Ruettiger Group, you are always in charge, and your needs are paramount. Eddie's team believes in educating their clients and helping them navigate the complex real estate landscape with ease. So, if you're in need of a reliable, experienced, and trustworthy real estate partner, look no further than Eddie Ruettiger and the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner. Find out more by calling Eddie at 815-823-5478. That's 815-823-LIST. Or visit yourdwellings.com.
Stocks may succeed, stocks may fail. Real estate is always there. It's Get Real with Eddie.
All right, what's going on with these mortgage rates?
I don't know. What is going on with these mortgage rates?
I really don't know. The numbers that came out this morning,
I think that's what everybody wants to know.
Jerome Powell came out and all he said was, these numbers are mixed and we are still going to get inflation under 2%. So it's a 50-50 shot right now. That's the whatever. I don't know what the betting number is or where they scored at, but from what I heard this morning, 50-50. It's 50-50 on whether they cut rates in September or not. Because I guess that's when the next rate cut would be. Because it's like every other month, and they didn't do it for May. We skipped June, so I thought August would be, but I guess it's September maybe. I don't know. No, because it'd be July would be the next.
Right.
August and September. So I guess that's what it is. No rate cut for July. They think it's got 50-50 cut for September.
Okay, well that makes sense. But
October.
They're going to let the summer run.
And then it's a 70% chance for a cut in November from last I heard. I could see a cut in November.
I could see a cut in November.
But I don't see them cutting as of right now with this number coming out. They were hoping for a 0.2 and they got a 0.5 on the PPI number. CPI number comes out tomorrow, so there's going to be nothing but inflation talk all week long going on when it comes to the stock market and everything like that. So when it comes to mortgage rates, things like the job market, the pace of inflation, consumer spending, geopolitical uncertainty, and all have an impact on what the Federal Reserve is going to do. So one thing I did notice is the unemployment number did tick up just a hair.
Yes.
It went from 3.8 to 3.9.
Yeah, I did see that.
Now, that's usually what happens is it'll go up just a little bit. And from what I understand, I'm not 100% sure, but from what I've read and what I've seen, that first it's a little bit and boom, all of it, then it just shoots up. And I know some people, and granted this is not scientific data, but I do know people that are struggling to find jobs right now. I mean...
Yeah, see, I don't know a lot of people struggling to find a job. And I'm still seeing signs. Now, the problem becomes... Healthcare
is still hiring like crazy.
Type of work.
Yes.
Because you have, like you were saying, healthcare, they are so understaffed.
Correct.
They're having all kinds of problems.
So healthcare is still out there hiring. There's a lot of government positions that are hiring. That's been actually the two largest sectors of hiring in the last 6 unemployment reports. It's been healthcare and government jobs that have been really
pushing that,
keeping the employment number. When you're out and about, I went to go get lunch and I went to a fast food chain. These fast food chains are just looking for employees like crazy. Yeah. But I think that's because of societal change. Because you have fast food was being done by teenagers.
I was just going to say that they're having problems where teenagers gave up because they couldn't find jobs a few years ago.
I don't know if now I don't even know if they're looking for jobs because they are so busy.
Now they're begging these fast food places with things that are traditionally teenage jobs.
Yeah.
At the mall or,
Yep.
that kind of thing. those traditional kinds of jobs, the kids aren't going in and...
No, because they've got so much, whether they're in a sport or not in a sport, there's so many extra things they're doing with schooling, because it could be the play, it could be choir, it could be a sport, it could be all these things.
They're not taking those jobs.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, they're not taking those jobs.
I don't think kids have time.
I don't think the emphasis is there to get a job. I think mom and dad are pretty cool about just letting them not work.
Not work? That could be true.
Where-
I had no choice. I had a single mom. If I wanted to do anything or have any cash to spend, I had to have a job.
Well, and I had a 2-income family, or 2-income parents.
Uh-huh.
And that was just expected. You get a job.
Yeah. You want
get a
money?
job.
Go get a job.
Sports or not, you get a job.
I had a job with sports. So
did I.
They worked around the school. My job worked around sports.
I had sports, I had band, I had, all kinds of activities. And sometimes you only work 10, 12 hours a week, but you have a job.
Yeah, I really think we're going to see no rate cuts during the summer. I don't think we're going to get a rate cut in September.
I don't know. There's so many unknowns.
As long as they're not raising rates, if they can come out and say we're not going to raise rates, we are stable and we don't think... If they can come out at some point in the summer and say, no, we feel we have beat inflation, we will not be raising rates for the foreseeable future, you're going to see that number I think you're going to see some of that number come down.
Yeah.
They keep raising the rate because they're worried about refinancing if the rates drop. Well, before the rates drop, they got to stabilize.
Yeah.
And then they'll start ticking down.
Well, I don't know if 2% inflation is doable.
Oh, it's definitely doable.
Anymore.
I think it needs to be 1% inflation, personally.
No. I don't think that's doable.
If you are sitting there and you have a 2% inflation rate, that means in 10 years, that's 20% inflation.
Mm-hmm.
In 20 years, that's 40% inflation. Okay?
Yeah.
So if I go to retire, I need 40% more money than I started with. If I'm like, okay, I need $1 million. Well, now I need $1.4 million.
But that's okay. So, and your point is that's not unheard of. I mean, let's face it. My parents paid a nickel for a loaf of bread.
Yes.
When they were kids. What is it? $3-4 a loaf now?
Yes.
I mean, that's part of...
I don't know. I think you can get the inflationary number down. And I think
I think it'll go down lower than what it is now, but...
We're close. We're almost there.
Yeah.
I
don't know. But again, I am not an economist. I don't play one on TV. I just think that they're putting too much emphasis on the 2%. What if it's 2.5%? Are we still throwing our hands up in the air? I just, especially with current things going on in the world, I don't think it's a lose to not get it down to 2%.
I agree. I agree that there's just a lot of things going on in the world. I do think we'll get it down to 2%. So I really do. So, all right, that wraps it up with Get Real with Eddie. Don't forget, check us out online with GetRealWithEddie.com, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with all the information right there online at GetRealWithEddie.com.
Thanks for listening to Get Real with Eddie. Eddie Ruettiger is a realtor at Baird Warner in Plainfield, license number 475141896. Managing broker Steve Engel. For more information on your neighborhood, call Eddie at 815-823-5478 or visit yourdwellings.com.